Hello there. You've caught me a bit unaware. I was not expecting you. Oh, this? What is this? This is something special we put together for those people with discriminating taste and the utmost elegant understanding of the world they exist in. Oh, you'd like to know more? Well, let's get settled, shall we? Please, allow me. And how are you doing out there, ladies and gentlemen? Pardon me while I get started. I'd like to be a little bit more comfortable when we discuss our newest creation. Yes. Dare say our neighbors are very nice. We understand that they love our creations to no end. Everyone likes their feet to be comfortable. No, that's what we found. Okay. Oh, you know what? I'm a bit parched. Would you care for some wine? No? Well, allow me. I'm a bit parched after my long day at the laboratory designing this special kit we have for you. So please, I beg your indulgence as I sample the vino. Oh, that's tasty. Very tasty. Okay, so now on to the kit that we've developed for you. Have you ever had that feeling that you're surrounded by the unwashed masses and they're spreading their germs all over you as you're walking down the street minding your own business? You have this icky feeling all day. It's the best way we can put it. Well, if so, we have something special for you. I mean, really, how do you quantify the ickies? So what we have done is we have developed a kit, an emergency kit, if you will, to alleviate the concern of those ickies. But before we demonstrate the kit, we must understand how do you quantify the ickies? And we've really thought that we've developed not only an understanding of a kit required to alleviate the ickies, but also a more richer, a more fuller understanding of the ickies themselves. And really, when you say how do you quantify the ickies? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a way. We would like to introduce you to Jenpancon. Yes, Jenpancon. Excuse me for a minute. It's being unproductive. Jenpancon, as you see here. If you're not, if you understand the Gen-Con levels, it's nothing not dissimilar, but a little bit more elegant for the more discriminating taste. We have Jenpancon levels from 4 to 1, kind of in the inverse of the biosafety level of a hazard and avoidance, that kind of thing. So Jenpancon divides the environment into 4 different categories. On the first category we have Jenpancon 4, which is the everyday ickies. These are the ickies you experience as you're walking down the street, as you wake up in the morning and you go downstairs and you just get this feeling that something's just not right when it comes to germs. Just something's not right. You really can't quantify it. So you need a basic level of protection. Jenpancon 4. Think of Jenpancon 4 as basic baby puke or maybe dog poo. It's there in your environment, but you really don't have to come to terms with it. You don't have to touch it, you don't have to smell it, you don't have to feel it. You just avoid it as it goes. But then we have Jenpancon 3. Which is a higher level of a little bit of icky, really, in the as you measure it. Jenpancon 3 is those everyday ickies, but then you become part of it. You have to touch the poo, you have to touch the puke, you have to touch the contamination that exists in your environment because you can't avoid it. It's on your doorstep, it's in your car, it's on your work desk. It's just something nasty that you have to come into contact with. Then we have Jenpancon 2, the deuces, as it's called. That's the poo that we come into contact with on a large and unavoidable scale. It's the Great Dane of poos on your doorstep as you're going out to carry on your daily business. Really, and the best way to quantify Jenpancon 2 is to think of falling into a porta potty. Yes, falling into a porta potty, and maybe while you're smelling 3-week-old rotted meat as you're falling into a porta potty. it's just icky to the second degree, if you will. And then, ladies and gentlemen, there is Jenpancon 1. And this is the Jenpancon that we hope we never experience in our lives. Jenpancon 1 makes me shudder to my I can't even, it's just truly horrible, this level is. The most dire situation ever faced by anti-germites. It's like the poo has been smeared in your hair, on our face and other body parts. It's contamination to a biblical degree. It's like sleeping in the porta potty you fell into and then waking up with baby puke in your mouth. It's just horrible. It's a most dire situation indeed. In fact, thinking about it, I must... Oh, please, excuse me. Okay. So there you have it. Jenpancon levels in a nutshell. And now onto the kit, because we have found you can't really live in a bubble. There have been people who tried to live in a bubble, but you cannot live in a bubble and really enjoy your quality of life. So we've developed this kit for the discriminating individual who has a certain level of requirement for contamination avoidance. And what we have is, for Jenpancon, excuse me for a minute, 4, we have the terrific trio. And what we have are, excuse me, hand sanitizer, always good in a certain situation. We have Clorox wipes, if you want to go to sanitation for a higher level. And we also have a little bit of Lysol. But because we want to avoid contamination in Jenpancon level 1, we have this nice little probe for the ickies in life. Once you have used that to wipe your hands, you can merely pick it up with your probe and dispose of it in an appropriate manner, really. That's Jenpancon level 4. Now, for Jenpancon level 3, it's a little bit more of a dire situation. So, excuse me, I forgot to introduce Jenpancon Emergency and Preparation Against Noxious Contaminants and Odoriferous Incidents. Jenpancon Kit Type 1 Patent Pending. So, excuse me while I go back to Jenpancon level 3. You must open up the Jenpancon Emergency Preparation Kit. And for Jenpancon 3, you have basic gloves. Because now you have to come into contact with the poo. So why would you come into contact with the poo without gloves on your hands? It would not make any sense, would it? No, it would not. You also have a nice mask, face mask, for the poo that's in the air, etc. That's Jenpancon level 3. And then for Jenpancon level 2, you have what I would like to call fire. Basic fire. And when you combine either your Lysol, your Clorox wipes, or your hand sanitizer in a certain situation, you combine that with a little fire, you can take care of 90% of the situations you have with contaminants in your environment. Trust me. However, there is, of course, Jenpancon level 1. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, as I said before, this is the most dire situation an anti-germite could ever face. And for Jenpancon level 1, we must use all of the items in this kit. We have used the Clorox wipes, we have used the Lysol, we have used the hand sanitizer, we have donned the appropriate protective equipment, we have tried to use fire to eradicate the germites in our hands, etc. Excuse me, therefore we must do certain things. And for Jenpancon level 1, we must use a gun. Bottom line up front, the only way to take care of Jenpancon level 1. No, you can't kill a germ with a gun, but you can kill the germy people with a gun. And I think there are people in our audience who will understand what I'm talking about. It is the most dire situation, and you must take care of it accordingly. And you have been given license with the Jenpancon kit to take care of those people that are germy with a gun. So that is Jenpancon level 1. Of course, you will try and use the fire ahead of time. You will use the probie stick to avoid the contamination, because avoidance is, of course, the first key. You will use the Lysol, the Clorox, the disinfecting wipes, the hand sanitizer to be able to take care of it. Yes, we've even provided this little Listerine. Not only is it mouth refreshing, but it's also flammable, so you can combine it with the fire and the Listerine to really burn the shit out of some stuff if you have to. No pun intended, ladies and gentlemen, no pun intended, to burn the shit out of stuff. It's so good. And we've also provided extra gloves because, you know, of course, once your gloves are contaminated, you cannot wear the gloves again, so we provided that. We've also provided this handy-dandy little germ detector. Yes, germ detector. It detects germs. That's right. That's why we call it a germ detector. So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, I have given you an understanding of Jenpancon levels 1 through 4 through 1 if you will. I have given you an understanding of Jenpancon emergency and preparation against noxious contaminants and odoriferous incidents. This kit is available for you at www.jenpancon.com. Patents are pending. Please buy yours now. Thank you.